started yet. This one has started. Hello, Facebook.
Why
You're
am I
live.
struggling with this?
Because you didn't do a live in a very long time.
I am. Apologies in advance. So it's actually the first time going live on Facebook. We've never done that yet.
But this is YouTube. Hello, YouTube.
Yeah. And I always do this because the camera's over here and the computer's here. I'm sorry if I'm not looking directly at you guys.
Yeah,
It's
today
really
we're not
hard to like.
Today we're not doing a stream in like 1080p. We're like, no,
Yeah,
sorry, in 720p. We're doing 1080p because we're using our actual camera. Hello, that I connected to the computer. It was a struggle, but I did it.
We got it. We got it. So welcome everyone who's here so far. I'm just looking at. Sorry. Okay. Well, I need to get my live game on.
Yeah.
So normally I'm always doing the comments and I need to like.
The computer is a little far, so like Tracy has like the chat here.
Also, it's your job to try and keep it on the Facebook one.
Yes.
We got people talking on Facebook.
Yes.
Okay. We're frozen.
Are we frozen?
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
I think it's just our own internet.
Yeah. Somebody's coming to Nairobi for the first time?
Yeah, that's super exciting. Maxwell.
Oh.
I hope you have a good time.
Actually, fun fact, like on our way to Bahrain. No, on our way coming back? Going. Somebody was leaving. We met a guy on the plane who was like, hey, I just had like 2 weeks in Kenya. It was amazing. And I decided to come in Kenya because of your video. So that is like the best feeling ever.
Yeah. It's the first time we've actually like met the person in Kenya.
Yeah. We get a lot of messages of people saying like, hey, like I went to this trip because of you guys. But like to see somebody like on the plane, like just at the end of their trip going back home, saying that they had a good time. It's a good time for us.
Yeah.
It's like a validation that we're doing a great job.
So how are you guys? Ask us any burning questions. Hopefully everyone is good. It's rare that you have a weekend that we're
home.
I think we needed it.
Yeah. So like we came back from Bahrain on like Tuesday. We have the rest of the year is like fully booked. Like we are planned. But this weekend we're like, you know what? Like we filmed a lot of videos in the last few weeks, the last few months.
Spot.
We have too many videos because I don't like when we're like a month in advance. It's like the turnaround is too long. Like already like people are like, where are all the videos about Kisumu? And I'm like, this is still in 2 weeks from now.
We are actually 4 to 5 weeks in advance right now because fun fact, I think some people have heard it, but we're heading to Cameroon for an entire month. And we're not sure how much we can film there. We're going to do our best, but because of that, so we need to make sure we have enough videos in the bank in case we can't film anything, basically, which won't be the situation. But anyways, that's what we aim to do. Big fan since came to Kenya in 2020.
Yeah.
Haven't learned Swahili yet. What's your favorite phrase?
Maisha iko sawa.
We do know a
La
little.
vie est belle.
We do know a little
Life is beautiful. Yeah. So yeah, basically we're taking a little weekend off this weekend. Not totally off. We're probably going to film a restaurant tomorrow. Text them, Tracy. She did not. So we might not do a restaurant tomorrow, but yeah.
We'll do a restaurant tomorrow. I just don't know where.
It's our first weekend off in like a year. Easy. Something like that.
Like to be truly home, yeah. Besides when I had to fly back to Canada.
Yeah. But to be honest, like, you know, we're going to catch up on some work. Tracy needs to finish the PDF for Namibia.
Yeah.
I've been on her butt for like.
Okay, no, I did really good. So I did it on the plane to Bahrain where we just were. And it's all finished. I just need to like input it into like the format.
Yeah.
But I put pause on it because we couldn't figure out how to upload it to our website.
Yeah.
So that was a little bit complicated. But I think we have it now.
Yeah.
Thanks to your research.
It's all figured out. They just need to finish the PDF, and that's gonna be super cool. Like if you guys ever want to like go to Namibia, do the trip that we've done or something similar, it's gonna be like a really good starting point. Like all the camps we use, the company we use for the trucks, the restaurants, like literally all the information.
Literally our entire.
Tracy spent like weeks on planning this trip, so like. Yes, we've done the videos, we've done the trip ourselves, but like it would be like wasted information to just like, you know, put that in a drawer and forget about it. So might as well share with our community.
Yes. Yes, we are finally doing a live stream, Jay. We're getting there. Hi from Ontario. Hello.
Is it JJ? Hi, Jay. Jay took us for lunch a couple of weeks ago. There's going to be a video about it.
Yeah, I was like, see, this is the only thing with the iPad. I can't like look and zoom in. It's just very small. You guys inspired my daughter to come back home for safari after being out of Kenya 2 years. Oh, that's amazing. Safaris, we are going to miss safaris.
There's nothing like a good Kenyan safari.
And someone planned their 30th wedding anniversary based on our recommendations.
That's super cool. Where are you going?
Yeah. They're from Wales.
Oh, cool.
Let us know where you're going.
Did we talk on Instagram? I feel like there's a couple that reached out 2 weeks ago, like, and I'm helping them like planning their anniversary.
Switzerland and Eastern Europe at large should be part of the booked ones within the year.
Do you want to tell them? Or?
Well,
maybe we did book tickets to Switzerland today.
I might have done that.
So normally when we go, you guys know, like we go back home every year to see our family for Christmas, but we always try to do a layover like on our way there. And last year was Paris, like in France, to go to Disneyland Paris, which was so fun. Freezing. It was freezing. Even the French people were freaking out.
We were not prepared because it was like that cold to your bone. Like, oh man.
I just like France doesn't normally get as cold. Anyway, it was freezing. Yeah. Amazing experience overall. Anyway, but this year we are actually going to Switzerland.
Somebody wants your skincare routine on Facebook. You're not looking here.
I also don't have a skincare routine.
He washes his face with water.
Soap.
I have a soap that is a shampoo and
I'm a real man. I have like one soap that does my hair, my face, my body. Can probably wash my car with it too.
Probably.
Anyway, all that said that this year we're gonna be stopping in Switzerland for 3 days.
Yes. Sorry, I'm distracted because I'm trying to.
You can give the spoiler. There's not too many people, so.
So to be honest, I'm not 100% sure what we're doing yet. We will have 3 and like a half day on either side, so almost 4 days. And right now I'm looking at going to Interlaken and potentially doing a train. And if you know me, I have to go to the chocolate museum. And because it's in Christmas, we need to hit like the Christmas markets. Like that's something I really want to do.
So Lindt, like the chocolate company Lindt, like that makes those little delicious chocolate. They have their factory there, and apparently you can go tour it. So I mean, Tracy's forcing me to go, so I guess we're gonna have to go eat chocolate.
Just like you, no.
I bring Tracy to like live with like African tribes, and she brings me to like chocolate factory. So different kind of adventure. But yeah, so we're doing that, and we're probably gonna do a train ride because like basically Switzerland has some of the most scenic train ride in the world, probably, and like. In the winter with the mountains and everything, I think
the exact one I want to do is just out of our budget range.
Yeah,
so I'm trying to find
like $700 a person or something.
Yeah, but it's like a bucket list train. I mean, we're not doing.
Well, keep that in the bucket.
They said for Switzerland, chapatis and fondue. Yes. Oh yeah, we need to eat fondue because doesn't it originate? No. But every like Switzerland TikTok and everything is always on the cheese fondue.
Oh, I mean it's very European.
It's probably like what do you say, a pre-ski, like after ski?
Yeah.
That's probably why, because there's a huge skiing.
But like the real fondue that they do in Europe, like actually like the proper fondue technique is like with the cheese on a hot element and you just scrape the cheese on potatoes. Like that's really what a real fondue is.
Yeah.
Because fondue just means like melt.
Yeah.
So the way we do it is like the North American way, which is still very nice.
Yes. Miss the live sessions. We need to set us. I know we tried so hard to commit to 1 live a month, but the problem is Friday nights is.
We're never home. We're always like somewhere, and normally like we need the film. Like
Friday night is the film night. The other option, but like it is a little bit exhausting on our side to kind of push through. We do a live on Sunday night.
To be honest, like Sunday, normally when we come back from a trip,
we crash.
I don't want to do anything at all. So yeah.
But it's really hard to find the balance between creation and like non-exhaustion as well.
Fair enough.
So we're getting there. We're getting better.
Slowly but surely.
Yes. Gareth says he's off to Little Governors for the honeymoon.
Ooh, that's nice.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Last time we were there, like elephants literally came like walking between the tents, and like I feel like that's really the highlight of like that property.
Oh yeah, somebody said, I'm not sure who it was. They're like, have you ever been like terrified in a safari experience? Like not amazed, but like scared?
No.
The first until I knew what it was. Okay, so the first time it ever happened, I was really scared until I realized it was okay. The first time we ever had a buffalo rub its butt up against our tent.
Oh yeah.
But like it is fine. It's just itching itself. But I didn't realize that happened. Most camps will like forewarn you, be like, "Hey, they're around."
I feel like it was much sketchier like in Old Pajeda, like because we actually like slept on the ground, like in a tiny tent
I was
and
scared
we were
there.
overnight. Like, well, some hyenas came. Like, I wasn't too worried about the hyenas. Like, especially like hyenas that are alone are normally not very brave.
It still sketched me out a little bit.
In the middle of the night, we woke up and like we were kind of surrounded by buffaloes. And even though like I knew they weren't gonna like charge the tent, it's just a matter of like if he's backing up in the tent or whatever, like there's really no protection. It's like, you know, it's as thick as my t-shirt. Like it's.
And that's the thing. Like we parked the truck close, so we had a getaway. But it's the fact of like, if you just wake up to
you don't want them to like walk all over you like while you're sleeping, because you're gonna get hurt. So anyway, this is why like it's much better to like use overlanders like when we sleep on rooftop tent, pickup truck.
Dave, where did you buy your sunglasses? I always love them. I
just lost my sunglasses.
Yes.
I left them on the Qatar flight.
Yeah. So if anyone finds a pair of sunglasses branded Dave Manny,
they're probably
have some memorabilia.
They're probably in Qatar right now. So if anyone finds them, let me know. I'll give you my address. Ship me up. Yeah.
We met a lot of you guys there.
Yeah. I did order another pair
though. Jay's calling us out. Luckily you can't see it. Have you guys fixed the patches?
No. I'm not gonna show it to you guys, but like over that map, there's like a ton of like
20
chips.
Patches.
So basically, like in the first ever live that we've done, it was in this house exactly here, and we were actually building that map, and our measurements were way off.
Like really, really off. Yeah. Like 2 feet off. Like 1 foot that way, 1 foot that way.
Yeah. So basically, like the map was like a little bit higher, and like we went so much wider. And anyway, we had to restart, but like there's a bunch of like paint chips.
Yeah.
Actually, at this point, wall chips, like they're really deep, that are missing from the wall.
It's like the plaster left with it.
But like at this angle, it looks really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
But up there, it's no good.
We missed. Oh, okay. 2 things. Where did we get the map? This was from
Enjoy the Woods, I think.
Yeah.
With an S. Yeah, it's a company that sent that to you like a very long time ago, like 3 years ago.
There's no S.
No? Enjoy the Wood?
Enjoy the Wood.
Yeah.
That company is very blurry because your face is in it.
But yeah, Enjoy the Wood. They're like on Instagram. They have their website and everything. So like they're like, not gonna lie, like they're fairly expensive. Like this is like a few hundreds of dollars. But like quality and everything, like they're very nice. They're very, very nice.
I'm gonna be very sad to take this down.
Yeah, and they come with like little pins with like.
So you can choose your flags. Pins. There's the flags, or there's color ones.
Yeah. So we have like the flags of every single country in the world, and every time we go somewhere, we just pin it on the map. So anyway, it's really cool.
The Land Rover is still here. It's just we haven't been driving much. We will actually potentially be driving we are driving next weekend for sure. No, sorry, 2 weekends from now.
Yeah, next weekend, Samburu, not driving.
Yeah,
too far. Well, somebody else is going to be driving us, but yeah, but no, the Land Rover is still doing well. It's my daily driver. I use it almost every day.
I said they'll need to go to Vanguard on Monday because, honestly, the price point for that is
insane. Tracy and I were like, if this was like $100 a person, it'd be a little bit on the expensive side, but it'd still be worth it. They were like, it's $55. I was like, whoa, okay. So yeah, that's super cheap. And like these prices are like in Canadian. So like it's like $40 US, 5,500 Kenyan shillings a person. amazing, and the quality of the food is great. Like, it's great all the time, I'm sure, but definitely try it out on a Monday, because the Vanguard on Monday, that restaurant does like the chef's table with like a 5 or 6 course meal, depending on the week, with a team and stuff. And it's like so good.
Somebody said they're a bit scared on their trip when they stopped to watch a mother and father lion. It's true, but shockingly, lions, I'm not, unless I was like outside the vehicle or whatever.
They don't really care about people.
Yeah.
One of our friend came from the US, and like he went on like a safari, and I had a video on his phone, like the lion came right against the truck, and he was kind of freaking out. It's like a big male as well. But like, to be honest, like we've been in safari trucks where the lion come and like literally like pee on the truck to mark their territory and stuff. Like, they don't. Yeah.
There's those videos on TikTok that I think kind of instill fear sometimes, because in South Africa,
South Africa,
there's something, I don't know what's going on.
So it's always most of the videos that you see like in the trucks that are enclosed, with the lions like going crazy and trying to like scratch the truck and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like one park in Johannesburg. Yeah. And like the lions are kind of like semi-domesticated and stuff. You always see that same guy getting out of the truck, but like the lions go crazy at the truck. I feel like it's not a good representation of what a lion would normally do in nature. Sometimes they do get curious, especially like little lion cubs. They're wondering what the truck is and the noises and stuff. But like most adult lions, male or female, don't really care about you in the truck, to be honest. And also just trust your guide.
How does Dave always make really cool underwater pool videos? I tried one while smiling with glasses on and I almost drowned. I don't know how he does that either. I can't do it.
The reason why I keep my sunglasses underwater is to keep my eyes closed. Smart.
Yeah, because a lot of the pools, all the water goes in your mouth.
Yeah, a lot of the pools, like in hotels and stuff, there's so much chlorine, it just burns your eyes. But if I have my sunglasses on, nobody can tell that like my eyes are closed. Because if I jump on the water and I'm like, it's like not me when really I plug my nose. Yeah. Tracy cannot jump in water without plugging her nose. She can't. I'm like, just jump and just blow up.
No.
Oh my goodness.
I can't.
She's a child.
I am. It's okay. We didn't see how you traveled to Namibia, and the lady friends, do they stay in Namibia? Have they been to Kenya? Yeah, so actually we all met in Kenya.
Yeah.
All the people that we went to Namibia with, on various reasons why they were here, but we all met in Kenya. We've just flew to Namibia. Like, we just made it easy.
There's a video about it.
Oh yeah,
the Johannesburg video is like our travel day from here to Johannesburg, spend the day in Johannesburg, and then going to Namibia. So yeah, we just took a flight from Nairobi to Johannesburg.
We all met up there, and we're trying to, because when you're traveling around, it's really hard to maintain friendships, honestly. So we have a crew right now that hopefully every year, but every 2 years for sure, we're meeting somewhere around the world. So that's kind of our plan. I like it.
Also, they're better at being filmed slowly.
Sure.
They don't like the camera.
That's true. I forgot about those. Did you ever hear the man-eating lions in Savo?
The what?
So when they were building the railway, I think this is a correct story. The lions were literally eating the workers. They would attack it. Yeah, it's from Jay too. The man-eating lions in Savo are the ones to be careful of. But in all other parks, the lions are chill in the Mara. I've heard of this. That. Yeah, really? No. Yeah. My phone's there.
That's scary.
I have heard of this. I forgot about that. But I thought it was like way back. I didn't know they're still around.
I believe that like the lions did attack people, but I don't believe that the lions were eating the people. Lions do not eat anything else
killing
meat.
Them.
There's a big difference between killing and eating.
Is there though?
I think there is.
You're still dead. It doesn't change much. When should we expect?
Don't tell me babies.
No. When should we expect Dave Mini Safaris? This is a dream. It will be nowheres anytime soon. I don't even know if it will happen, but I would love to do that.
It's just so much work.
yeah, it's something we don't even have time for at the moment. But maybe one of these days, that is a bucket list thing.
Yeah, I mean, we do have the experience.
Yeah.
But it's just, I feel like, we would have to like start a separate business, get like insurance and like a travel
I just want to make sure that it's done
and
correctly. And I want to make sure like us and people are covered with insurance and stuff.
Yeah.
So on the business side of things, there's just a lot more to figure out.
Yeah.
But
in the meantime, maybe like we'll start taking people by the hand.
Maybe
one day. I don't know. Like all those influencers like doing those like organized trips. I'm like, I just feel like as much as I look bubbly and everything, like I don't know how I would feel if I had to like entertain strangers for like 10 days straight.
Yeah.
But at the same time, a lot of people who are coming from outside of Africa, for them, like Africa is just like so far and so wild and such unknown that I think it would be so cool to be able to like tell those people, just come, I'll meet you at the airport and I'm going to take you by the hand for 10 days. Don't worry about anything. Bring your camera and just follow me around. And I think that would open the door to Africa to a lot of people.
Do it mainly like with safari camp. So that way, once you're at the safari camp, it's just like the timings of the day where the activity is already planned. Anyways, I feel like we could talk forever about that.
Yeah.
This is a good question though. Do you guys get fatigue from a stagnancy in your YouTube channel?
Yes.
It happens. Especially when we have a series that we love, and it's always Murphy's Law. The ones that you put the most work into and the videos you are most proud of will not do as good as the ones you throw together last minute.
First of all, will not do as good, but normally they don't.
Normally.
It's just like, like the perfect example is like nobody's like, only our core audience seems to be like caring about the Namibia series, which like I think are like some of the best videos. Like they're so fun, so cool, beautiful and everything. And it was such a cool adventure.
Yeah.
But nobody cares about them.
I wouldn't say nobody. We have a core audience that does, which is probably who's signing on. You guys.
You guys care. Thank you. But like a travel day to like Ethiopia, boom, 250,000 views. I'm like, we're taking a plane and going to the grocery store. Like it blows my mind. Yeah.
And I have another one. So like Switzerland coming up. I already know I'm going to have the time of my life in those 3-4 days because we've been really wanting to go for a long time.
But we also know that only our core audience are going to watch those videos.
Yeah. So I think it's just kind of adjusting. Expectation. Rate Drip Burger out of 10. Drip Burger? 9.
In terms of like fast food burgers, like it's pretty close to be a 10. Like those burgers are so fat and loved juicy,
it. And the shake and then the waffle.
Do not go there often.
We loved it.
But do not go there often. Like these are like serious calories. But in terms of flavor, I mean, it is mind-blowing.
The Lions did eat people in Savo when they were making the railway. There's a movie on this. Jay, what's the name of this movie? Also, the Savo man-eaters were a pair of man-eating lion males in Savo region. They were said to have killed 28 people.
Jeez. That's a big snack.
You know what will break my heart if you two decide to anchor down another country. Not sure why, but I fully associated you two with Kenya. That's fair. We're here right now. I don't think
we have 10 months left.
We have never told them.
We've said it. I've been since we arrived. We've been saying,
but I think they just don't realize the deadline is coming. So
but
we're only here until July, August of next year.
We don't know after.
Not sure.
We'll see.
But I don't. More to come.
Not the end of the channel. Just like we're getting kicked out of Kenya.
we're changing. But don't worry, there'll still be lots of travel content. Don't need to worry there.
Yeah.
Hello from India. Hello.
Hello.
Your voice.
I know.
Oh, your poor voice. This is what happens. We go, and then David's a little rundown. It happens.
I'll be fine.
Best burger in Nairobi, if you were to compare everywhere, including Drip. Mama Rocks would be close.
Mama Rocks is a close second.
Yeah.
But Drip Burger, I think, are better.
For like the fast foodie.
Yeah. Like we're talking like real, delicious, rich, fast food burger.
Yes.
Drip Burger is the best. But if you want something more gourmet or whatever, Nabo's really good.
That's what was coming to mind. And I'm trying to think.
But that's very different. Like now we're talking like,
like blue cheese and onion
and like,
and
yeah. So I would say like those guys have really good burgers, but like gourmet, fancy burgers.
Who had another one? So I would say like Drip Burgers, Mama Rocks, and then what was the place we were just to in Westlands that we both had burgers? We had the jalapeno poppers that were so good, the falafel.
Oh yeah. I don't remember.
I'm drawing a blank right now. It's already live though. You'll see it.
Yeah.
It's a black and white sign.
Yeah. Oh well.
Something box? Bistro box?
Bistro. No? I don't know. Bistro box? Maybe Bistro box. I'm not sure. It's in Westlands, and the thumbnail, there's like a painting in the back with a lady with sunglasses, and it's like pink and stuff. Anyway, check. It's on the channel.
The movie is called The Ghost in the Darkness. We'll have to look that up because I am actually curious to see that now. Yeah. This is actually our plan. You guys should try visiting untapped travel circuits like Turkana, etc. before 100%. You leave. So we have a goal before we leave.
Yeah. And
we've put out Eldoret.
Yeah. So like we just did like, Kisumu and Eldoret. And the
Kisumu is coming out. It's already filmed, but it's coming.
It's filmed, it's coming out. The other two places that we really want to go is it takes just so much more organization. It's more expensive. You can't just go there on a whim. Yeah, exactly. So like we will do Turkana, and I really want to do Chalbi Desert as well.
I'm hoping we can do it in the same trip.
Yeah, I don't know, but we will be doing that in the next few months.
Yeah.
And then after that, we basically went everywhere in Kenya.
Bistro Box. Yeah.
Bistro Box.
It was Bistro Box.
Good burgers there too.
Did we eat fish in Kisumu? We did. David even caught.
You'll see.
You'll see.
But yes, we did eat fish in Kisumu. We went on Lake Victoria.
Yeah.
We stayed in a very cool resort. Jay brought us to a very nice Indian restaurant.
Oh, that was so good. I was still talking about that when we came home.
Yeah, that was really
and I told my friend too, I was like, if you're ever in Kisumu, like you need to go there.
Yeah.
If you didn't eat fish in Kisumu, then don't drop the video. No, we did.
I caught a catfish and it was like this big. And this is not a fishing story. It was like, come on, it was pretty big. It was really big.
Open a tour company. Sorry, I'm just catching up on some Facebook ones here. A tour company in Kenya. It's a dream.
To be honest, even if we wanted to, I wouldn't even know how to start in terms of like logistics.
I would have to take some type of business course for my own confidence, knowing that I'm running it right. Because I think there's travel agency courses you can take.
Well, you need a travel agency license.
And that's why I want to
Maybe one day. But in the meantime.
Do we plan on exploring West Africa?
Yes, everywhere. Like my goal, like once we leave Kenya.
Yeah.
I am not going to start making stupid videos about Bali, okay? Because everyone is doing it. I want to go.
We will still go, but.
Maybe, okay. It looks very nice. But like, I want to go to like Kazakhstan and like I just want to go to the countries where nobody goes. Like, this is really my goal. I want to explore places that nobody explores to hopefully inspire other people to go there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care about most of Europe, to be honest. Like, Europe is boring to me because it's just, I lived in this environment my entire life. I want to see other parts of the world in Asia, the Middle East. Like, I want to see interesting places and not the same 4 or 5 countries that everyone goes to. Like, I go to France, I go to Indonesia and Thailand, and I'm like, boring. No? Anyway.
Yeah. That's definitely going to be our plan, but I can tell you right now, we're going to end up in some of those countries for a little bit. I have a bucket list country, and I don't even know why it is. Well, I do know kind of, but like Norway for me,
Sure.
Is like a bucket list country. That being said, there's certain countries that like we want to make sure that we plan it right, since it has a high expectation for us, such as Japan. Even like we're taking time to really make sure that we plan those ones out properly and don't just have like 2-3 days in the country.
Well, there's nothing planned in Japan. It's just you go to Tokyo Disneyland.
Yes.
For a week straight.
Somebody said Mara Nomads for a 4x4 trip up north. Just keep that in mind.
Yes. I actually follow them on Instagram.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, okay. Because like basically like to organize a trip to Turkana and to Chalbi Desert, it's not something that I would just do on my own with my truck and Tracy. That's it. Because if something happened like up there, there's not a lot of people. Like there's no help, or like you need to be at least 2 trucks. So if something happened, like you have another way out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know we're gonna get this question a lot, so I'll just answer it now. Is it a choice you made to leave, or is it a combination of other factors? We had already said coming to Kenya that we would only be here for 4 years. And as much as it doesn't seem like it's been almost 4 years, we're almost at 3.5 years. So for that reason, and there's a bunch of combination of factors kind of behind the scenes of that. But
no, there's only one. Like you guys know, I have a job. I came here to work. My contract ends, and that's it.
Yeah, but
So you guys can start calling the office of the president, and maybe they'll give us a Kenyan passport. But otherwise, like I'll have to start asking for tourist visas like everyone else.
Yeah. That being said, I can tell you right now, I know we'll end up back in Kenya at some point after leaving.
So I know a lot of you are just watching our Kenyan videos, so like don't unsubscribe when we just
make sure you follow us around the world.
That'd be nice if you could just stick around.
Someone wants to hear you speak French, because I'm assuming they said Francophone Afrique, so I'm assuming West Africa.
Like that's something.
I see what.
I was just gonna say, like that's something so funny. Like every time somebody like is like, "Oh, say something in French," I'm like, "What? Well, like, what do you want me to say?" No, we're just frozen on yours.
We're the only.
And if frozen, like the perfect. Are we frozen for everyone, or is it just on our iPad?
There's no more comments coming in, but like, there's no reason for it to be frozen.
No, there's comments. Just y'all. See?
Okay, good. Sorry, guys.
We're good. Whew.
This is why I have.
I was like, it's so funny because like on the screen I was frozen like this. Perfect.
Which countries are the cheapest to travel to?
Good question.
Out of our experience,
Oman was fairly cheap.
Yeah, that's true. I was gonna say Thailand.
Well, I mean, yeah. If you want to go like in Eastern Asia, I mean, it is insane, like insanely cheap. Like
out of everywhere that we've traveled, I would say Thailand was the cheapest
by far, like by miles and miles and miles and miles. Like you can literally like go in Thailand, like walk on the street, buy a massive plate of pad thai for like $1.
India would be second.
India was really cheap too.
And honestly, shockingly, when we did Italy, I didn't find it that bad.
That was a very long time ago.
Probably because we mainly ate cheese and wine.
We weren't even making videos back then.
No, I know. But Italy, I don't remember accommodation, but food was fairly cheap.
But overall, if you want to travel for cheap, go to Vietnam, go to Thailand, go to Indonesia, like those countries, like, you can literally, especially if you plan on traveling for like more than a week, like if you go like months at a time, you can get an apartment in Thailand for like $300 a month.
Oh yeah.
Even less, depending on your level of comfort.
In apartment buildings that have like gyms, pools,
and like working space and everything like.
How's your avocado tree?
Hey, my avocado tree. Thanks for asking. It's really tall. It's probably like 10 feet tall now, but it's still not producing. Like avocados takes like 2 to 3 years to like produce. 4 to 5 years to produce their first avocado.
Someone said, have we explored other safe remote parts like Taita? Yes, we have actually. We've been to
Taita Hills. Yeah.
We've been to
all around.
Secluded Africa's property, Kapalo.
Yeah, Kapalo Hills.
Yeah, we've been there a few times actually.
Yeah.
Then I have a whole bunch of "You're not frozen." It's the iPad. Thank you guys.
Tracy's iPad
I just didn't scroll down fast enough.
Yeah.
They've got my back.
But otherwise, outside of Kenya, like places that I really want to go before leaving is like for the gorillas. So like either Rwanda or Uganda, probably Uganda, because like it's about half the price to go see the gorillas in the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
But that for me is such a bucket list thing.
Which African country had the best internet so far that you've gone to? South Africa?
Best internet? I don't know. Kenya's internet. Zuku sucks, but
we can't get Safaricom before it all comes.
Yeah, but when Zuku works, like I mean, it's fairly fast. Like I mean, I upload 4K videos on YouTube in like an hour. And
on top of that, I would say South Africa. Their internet works really well.
Yeah, but like I mean, no complaints about Kenya. Just again, Zuku is. If you live in Kenya, you've been in Kenya. I mean. Zuku's
we have
really
a broken
bad,
fiber cord and they don't want to replace it. They just keep patching it.
Yeah,
which is
sometimes
why it
like we
slows
lose
down
internet for like 2 days, and you're like, and I'm calling them, not calling them, but like texting them on WhatsApp and everything. They're like, "Oh, so sorry for the inconvenience."
It's always
I'm
like a quick fix,
it.
but
no, not quick. Sometimes it takes days. And like one time, like I called Safaricom and I was like, "Hey, like I would like to switch to you guys from Zuku," and they're like, "Oh, perfect." I pay and everything, and then they show up and they're like, "Oh, sorry, like fiber doesn't run to your house." I'm like, run it.
Yeah.
Anyway, they gave me my money back and I'm still with Zuku. Perfect.
They gave you your money back?
Of course. Oh. They didn't install the internet.
Oh, sorry. I was only half in on that conversation.
A lot of people were saying like, so now in Kenya, you can get Starlink, which is great, but Starlink is not as good as what people think. Like it's really good. Like if you're on the road, if you like overlanding, or if you have a camper or whatever, like that's super cool because you have internet literally anywhere. With that being said, at home, on the road too, but like it's satellite internet, meaning that like every once in a while, it connects from one satellite to another satellite and there's a delay. So you lose internet like very often, like multiple times an hour, you lose internet for like a minute or something. So like if you're watching a show or whatever, like it's really annoying.
Over on Facebook, how do you guys make it look like you've been all playful and never getting tired or bored with each other? We actually don't.
Tracy's quite boring, but I'm very entertaining. So I think like it's good balance.
Wow.
Am I wrong?
I'm definitely the introvert of us. That's for sure.
Yeah, it is like, it's not challenging, but it is like quite an interesting relationship to like be together and work together.
That's what I was going to say. So I think that was the biggest adjustment, not being in each other's space. It was putting in the dynamic of how do we work together and separate work and relationship,
which we are not that good at.
No, we're getting better
slowly,
but it's a learning curve for sure.
Like right now we have a weekend off, but instead of like talking to each other,
we talk to you
guys. We're avoiding each other, I think.
No, we're not. We went for a run today together. It was fine.
So romantic. Sweating together. Perfect.
Oh, it's hilarious.
It's just like we don't spend a lot of time together away from the camera. Like that's the thing. Because even like when we go to a restaurant or whatever, we're like, might as well make a video.
Yeah, that's true. That's something we'll have to be better at eventually.
Yeah. Talking about restaurant videos, I can't wait to show you guys the restaurant we've been in Bahrain. Oh my God.
I know.
Probably one of the most delicious meal I ever had in my life. By far the most expensive.
Yes.
I can't believe it.
But that was
so good.
So good. Which hotel do you recommend in Ethiopia to stay at? We stayed at
the Hyatt.
Yeah, it is it's probably the pricier one.
All the hotels in Addis are extremely expensive.
What was the other one we did? Sheraton?
Yeah. So
Sheraton wasn't bad, to be honest, but the Hyatt was bad.
Addis has 3 hotels. The Skylight, which is the Ethiopian airline hotel, it's very nice, no issues. It's across the street from the airport, literally. It's fine. The Sheraton, really cool, like good restaurants, amazing pool and everything, but the rooms are run down. Like the hotel is very old and it's crazy expensive. Hyatt, similar price, brand new hotel. So definitely the Hyatt, but like be ready to pay because like all the hotels in Addis are like hundreds of dollars. Why are you smiling?
Because Justice just came to my defense. No, Dave. Having Tracy has boosted the channel, in my opinion. She's not boring. Thank you. Thank you.
I didn't mean it.
Just wait till you watch her Disney videos. That was very boring back then. It's okay.
Yeah, if you want to see what I mean, go to our channel, sort by date, and watch the oldest ones.
I'll address this one, of course. It always comes up. I still can't believe Tracy gave up on her channel just like that. It started off so well. So we tried to make the non-creative person creative. And I think sometimes it's better if we just stick in our lanes.
Fair enough.
I could do it, but I wasn't excited to edit. Maybe sometime it'll come back up. I don't know. But like I would like stare at the computer screen forever and just not want to do it. Whereas you give me a trip to plan and I'll take 2 weeks and plan an entire trip. Like that for me is where my passion is. Mm-hmm. And although I did want to bring like a more, I don't want to say real side, but a more, what's the word I'm looking for?
Raw?
Like, yeah, a more raw side to the vlogs, which is why I started off on my channel. But then it was very confusing too, because you're filming on this SD card and that SD card and finding the footage. Maybe one day we'll figure it out. I don't know. I still do want to create a more raw extension.
Yeah, maybe like we'll use the channel like next year to just put iPhone footage together kind of thing, like really raw, like this is what life on the road looks like kind of thing.
And it is possible. Like I'll never just take it away, but that's kind of why is I have a more admin mind than creative.
Well, we'll see.
Do we plan on covering all national parks and conservancy in Kenya? Probably not all of them. There's some that are really hard to get to.
But like
we've done quite a few.
We've done most of them.
We've done quite a few conservancies too. So we're
conservancies are better than national parks. Like if you ever come to Kenya, especially if you come to Kenya after January 2024, because
it's gonna get expensive.
Yeah, the Kenya Wildlife Services, who basically operates all the actual national park in Kenya, are raising their prices by like 200%. So it's gonna be, you're going to get a much better bang for your buck by going to private conservancies. And also, like, I just prefer private conservancies. Like, the Masai Mara is always the national park that you hear about and see all the photos and videos on Instagram and YouTube and everything. But to be honest, the Masai Mara is like, I'm not a big fan because every time we go in the national park, you see a lion and then there's like 75 trucks around the lion. And it really takes away from the experience. Where like if you go to like private conservancy, like in the Boy Show, which we really like, which is just beside the Masai Mara, it's the same animals.
They used to have like the Cheetah Brothers come over to that one.
And then like, you'll find a lion and maybe it's going to be just you, or maybe there's going to be one other truck, but there's never going to be 50 other trucks because most private conservancies here in Kenya are limiting the amount of vehicle per day inside the park. So it's much better. KWS is just money, money, money.
Do you take inspiration from Karen and Nate? There are why we want to do what we do.
We're doing this because like we were watching their videos and we're like, oh, maybe we can do this too. Yeah.
Actually, I did see another comment too. It was like, do you ever plan to settle down and have kids? Plan to settle down? I mean,
no. Have kids? Yes.
Yeah.
Have kids, but not settle down.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there'll come a point, like I'm thinking like 10 years down the road, that our minds might change. But as of right now, no.
Yeah. If you guys like have time, like watch what is it? Flying the Nest?
Yeah.
They're like traveling with like a newborn and like
I think he's 6 months old now. I think.
In like Bhutan and Mongolia.
Oh,
and
man,
like
that's what I like. That
living with like far tribes, and I'm like, yes, this is what I want to do with my newborn too.
Yeah.
Really that much, eh?
Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. And also, can you just check that? There's a comment there, but I can't see. Oh, so that's something else we need to put on our list, actually, is hiking Mount Kenya before we leave. I need to remember to plan that next year somehow.
Plan what?
Hiking Mount Kenya.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we should do that. That's just like 3 days.
Yeah. But it's just to put it in.
Somebody wants us to like extend from 4 years to 10 years in Kenya. But the thing is like,
you'll see us.
We had a lot of fun in Kenya. We explored this country like nobody's business, but there's like 178 other countries.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, we love safari camps, but we're at the point that like...
I've done 64 safaris, which is 10 times more than 99.9% of the
more
planet.
Than I ever thought I'd do in my life.
Yeah.
But
so
which is
we
why,
still
like,
love them.
Yeah.
But like...
Creatively, you need something, a new challenge. I think that's what it is.
Exactly. Like, it's just like making safaris videos. It's always the same pattern, the same songs, the same everything. And I'm like, okay, like been there, done that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm always excited now. Like not now, but like since we started this, every time we go to a new country, it's like creatively, I just get excited.
Someone says, why are you sober on a Friday? Because we're trying to be very... we have some goals right now that we're working towards.
Also, people, we don't drink that much. It's just every time we drink, we drink in front of the camera.
Because we haven't drank without the camera. Yeah. Because normally we all have like a glass of wine with a meal or something. Yeah.
People are always like, you guys are drinking so much. I'm like, we actually don't.
We, on a week, like when we are drinking, I say a lot, we might have like 3 drinks a week. And that's on Friday, Saturday.
Yeah. When we bring you guys along with the camera.
Yeah.
During the week, like I drink 0. This weekend, we're probably not going to drink at all because we're not doing anything.
Yeah. Hemingway's Watamu, we actually took his dad and sister there. So that would be, wasn't that this year? No, last year. Last May. Yeah.
We had terrible weather the entire time we were there.
It was rainy season. Yeah.
Nice hotel though.
Yeah. My family's actually coming out in March.
Yeah, Tracy's family is coming in March. We're gonna do a bunch of stuff because they're coming. Like our parents are coming for like 3 weeks.
4 weeks probably.
4. That's a lot.
My mother's probably
It's fine, Myrna. Don't worry about it.
No, but my sister has a family
4 weeks.
with kids too, so to make it like not as jam-packed as what we normally do, we're going to spread it over time. So
yeah, because with the big family and the kids and
that'll
everything,
be
it's
like
going to be a little bit
2.5,
more
3 weeks, and then
a little bit more busy. But we'll have
4.
like a good week or 2 with just our parents, which
we're
going to bring them in like cool spots.
Yeah.
And there's going to be so many videos about this, guys. Get ready for some family adventure. Yay!
So much fun.
Yeah, so much. No, to be honest, it's always cool to like bring friends and family here.
It's just being able to see them experience it for the first time. That's what I love.
They watch our videos sometimes, but to be here is like different.
Have you guys gone clubbing? You did in your younger years. So this is like, have you gone clubbing in Kenya or Canada? You did in your younger years when you met me in Halifax.
I have like no interest.
Our clubs, they're not even clubs in Halifax. They're more like country bars. Yeah. We used to go to those a couple times, but like now it's just to the point that we hate feeling disgusting the next day and we don't want to waste a day.
Yeah.
So
I just
don't.
In my head, in my 30s, I'm like, nothing good happens after 9 p.m. And most people go to bars way past my bedtime. So I understand that like the nightlife and club bar scene in Nairobi is a big thing and everything, but I have no interest, none, 0.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying we won't do it, but most likely we won't do it.
Yeah. Oh, Carrie Ann, hi. I love that you're here. She knows Mom.
She knows Mom.
Yeah, she's like, she's a sweetheart. Yeah, she is.
Yeah, but for 4 weeks, you know?
Just stop it. Do we feel Kenyan or Canadian now? So I'm not going to lie. Everyone, whenever we travel, they're like, where are you from? I don't know what to say.
I feel Canadian. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm Canadian, but when I go to other countries outside of Kenya, and people are like, "Where are you from?" I'm always like Kenya, just because I love their face. They're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, we live in Kenya." Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
I'm like, "What? We don't look Kenyan?"
Yeah.
It's a good conversation starter.
Do you like Where Next family? We have, since they've come back to Kenya, we have a lot of comments being like, you guys should hang out with Where Next, blah, blah, blah.
We do.
We're actually friends. We just never filmed together.
We have videos with them.
Back when we first started getting to know them.
Yeah.
But like now it's to the point like we don't put the camera on because we genuinely enjoy each other's company. So they just
came to our house like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Like
they use our house as their hotel when they're in Kenya.
That's what it's here for.
You have extra room.
Where are your bracelets? They're upstairs.
They're upstairs.
We don't tend to put on rings and bracelets until we leave the house. Oh, I still have mine.
Well, that's just my wedding.
True. Is it too early to book for the Land Rover?
To book what?
To buy it.
You guys are so annoying. Nobody's buying my Land Rover. I'm shipping it to Canada. Like, people don't believe me. I will be shipping this Land Rover to Canada.
My problem is, where are we going to store it?
At your dad's.
I'm not burdening my father with the Land Rover.
He's going to love it. He's going to use it.
Except it's opposite side drive, so I'm not sure.
So what?
True.
You know who would love to drive this truck? My mom. My mom loves big trucks. Maybe I'll just ship it to my mom.
She really?
She loves it.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Huh. Anyway, all that to say, it's going to Canada.
Are you a watch collector?
I kind of am, but since I got my stupid Garmin watch that counts my step,
you can't let it go.
My brain, I cannot not wear it, and I hate it. I hate that I have to wear this. I have a bunch of very nice watches upstairs.
That's what I used to get you for your birthday.
Yeah.
Because you used to love them. Yeah. And then you...
Yeah, my parents, Tracy, like people were actually buying me watches. Like I love watches, but I always have this one. Fossil, the watch brand or / accessory brand. They just launched an amazing Disney collection. I really want one of those watches, but I know I'm not gonna wear it. So why am I going to spend a few $100 on something that's just going to be in a drawer? Hopefully this is going to break at some point.
Maybe. You aren't shipping Land Rovers out of Kenya. That's like shipping rhinos out of Kenya.
Land Rovers are not from Kenya, guys. They're from England.
There was something else I just saw. Are you watching Facebook?
Yeah, I'm watching.
I saw one, but it just went away.
Somebody's asking if we've ever visited. I saw here.
Yeah,
if we ever visited a place basically that didn't meet our expectations.
Therefore, we didn't record it. No.
So the way we operate is very easy. When hotels, restaurants, or any activity or anything reach out to us and they're like, "Hey, come to our place, make a video." First thing we do, we go on social media, we check what it looks like, then we go on like Google, Expedia, whatever, and we read reviews. If the reviews are like average and under, we just do not do it.
I'm not gonna, average, okay, but in the sense of, I'm very picky with my criteria on reviews. A lot of people go to safari camps and they downgrade the safari camp because they didn't see a lion.
Which this has nothing to do with the safari camp.
So don't necessarily look at like, oh, it's 3.9 out of 5. That's not necessarily what I'm looking at.
Read the reviews.
Yes, and don't
see what the issues are.
Yeah, Google also has a tendency to pop the good ones to the top. I want to see the bad ones. Why was it taken down? The good ones, I don't care, to be honest.
Why was it bad, and how old that review is?
Yes.
Like this is really what you
was there a change of management over? Like there's a lot of factors that go into place. which is why we're so selective on where we go to.
So like, this is why like a lot of people are like, oh, you guys are always doing positive reviews. Yes, because we do our work before going to the property. Like when we go there, we know it's going to be pretty good. So yeah, same thing with restaurants, same thing with activities and every company that we work with, basically. We just don't like I wouldn't, even if the company would reach out and be like, oh, I'm going to give you so much money, just come and say it's great. No.
Yeah. No. Do you enjoy your trip to Bahrain?
Yeah. It was really cool. Sadly, like we didn't have enough time. To be honest, like when we booked this short trip to Bahrain, I looked at a map. I was like, Bahrain is like this big. So how many days do we really need? But like we could have stayed longer and like just Bahraini hospitality.
Yeah. We met some really cool people, and that's what made us.
They forced me to go to a bar.
We stayed up till 11:30, guys.
That was so late.
I was so tired the next day. Anyways, yeah, we met some really cool people that showed us around and then gave us all like the places that we could go, and that's what made us need more time.
Shout out to Nadeem.
Fantastic person.
Great guy. Cool videos coming up.
Do you plan on monetizing your content in any other ways? At the moment, no. For the
what
next.
What do you mean any other ways? We have many ways that we monetize our content. It's just like.
But we could be doing more. So something that's a work in progress is I really want to put out a safari guide. Do you think we can do it? Oh yeah, I got a lot of time.
I've been trying to have you finished a Namibia guide for like weeks.
It'll be out tomorrow, Sunday.
Let's see.
It just needs to be uploaded to the site.
But yeah, so like basically like our main source of income is definitely Norman. Shout out to you. Thank you very much. Yeah, so basically like AdSense is like
we don't sell our stuff at this point.
Yeah, it's AdSense for us, like YouTube money is like pretty it's still number one. Close
second to sponsors.
Shout out to the rich.
This was not having to be told. But,
no.
Oh no, what just happened?
Tracy broke it. No, it's an ad. Oh, it's so concept. You got an ad while I'm saying like YouTube is like paying us.
So things that we would want to open up to is being able to offer content to properties. At this point, there is no time. To do that. So
because our priority will always be
coming out, but
priorities is always to make the YouTube videos, and if we have extra time, then we can offer content to property, because like contrary to popular beliefs, 95% of the property that we go to, the transaction is mainly marketing. So we don't marketing on our own platform.
So we don't like give off the copyrights to
the content or anything. Yeah. But like this is definitely like, I mean, like that content that we film in like the restaurants and properties and everything just sits and dies on hard drives in my office. So like
people are welcome eventually, we just haven't done that yet.
Eventually, like I would like to sell that footage back to hotels and whatever companies, so like they can use it for their own marketing on their own platform or like advertisement or whatever.
We're being held accountable and I like it.
What?
Do you guys plan on to keep adding videos to the members only section?
The thing is, like the worst part is I have videos that I just need to edit and put in there. Like we did an extra video in Oman just for that. And like, yeah, like when we went to the mall and stuff, like I have like a bunch of footage that we didn't use for the Oman series. And I was like, oh, perfect. I'm going to do an extra videos just for our members. To be honest, like the 2 videos a week on top of filming every weekend, on top of my full-time job, I don't have the capacity. So I do have videos. Yeah. I really want to. It's just, I'm really short on time. So like, if we have like members here, I truly appreciate your support because you're really not getting much.
So, okay, maybe this is, if anyone is members here, then you could even tell us, maybe this is a way of doing it. The raw side that I want to do, maybe it's like bloopers and raw side and extra footage. If you put it in a folder for me, it will not be cinematic. I can guarantee you that right now.
No, I can guarantee you that too.
But if you put it in a folder, that's something I can do.
That's true.
So maybe that's something that we'll try and get up and running in the next month.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that idea.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
And by the way, talking about monetizing and members, feel free to join our membership.
Your voice.
I'm just trying to drink a lot of water.
I have cough drops upstairs if they would help.
Just because I'm talking to them.
I know.
But yeah, I swear members are going to get things. In the meantime, you have cool badges and emojis. And we really appreciate your support. Also, like another thing, like we have merch. Not something that we push ever, but Adventure Seekers, that store.
We wear it quite often.
We wear it all the time. Like it's actually super good quality. It's really cool, but like I know it doesn't ship worldwide and everything. But anyway, check it out. Adventure Seekers, that store. The link is always like in the description of our videos. And there's actually like the YouTube shelf. You can see like the hoodies and t-shirts and whatever.
Yeah.
So I vouch for it. It's really good.
Oh, we inspired someone to come to Kenya. They're flying next week.
Perfect.
That's awesome.
Tell the Ministry of Tourism, please.
Someone's asking me to talk about Kisumu. The video is coming out next week.
No.
2 weeks.
Next week is a video that we did in Diani.
What's tomorrow night? Hotel.
Hotel.
Okay.
Tracy's favorite word is if you guys knew how many
somebody told us we say like a lot. We do say like a lot.
That's fair. It's not as bad as when I edit, I just cut Tracy saying all the time.
Yeah. Working on it. Work in progress. Yeah, well now I'm self-conscious.
Like
you do follow the Mara Nomad. So yeah, we're gonna check them out actually. I honestly haven't looked at them, but you said you've come across them.
Yeah.
Guys, we just came back from Kisumu.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
It was good. I liked it. Like to be honest, like Kisumu and Eldoret, like I truly like it. Like I could see myself living there. It's like still convenient because it's still a fairly large cities, but so much quieter and nicer than Nairobi. Nairobi is just like hustle and bustle.
Someone saw it as Emakoko. That was a long time ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Nice place.
It was.
This already had the snake, right?
Yeah.
Tracy hates snakes, and like the guy at Emakoko is like, "Oh, look in the cooler," and you're looking, and like there was like a viper.
Massive snake.
Tracy.
They were going to release it away from camp, and I was like, "That's fine. I'm away from camp."
Found it and bring it somewhere else because it doesn't belong there.
No, it does.
Well, actually, it does belong there. We did not belong there, but
this is very.
If you know what I mean.
Love your hotel room tours. Do more of them.
Hotel room tour. One coming up tomorrow.
Yes, you will get one.
After our trip to Namibia, after like sleeping in like a rooftop tent for like 8-9 days, we came back here, had a nice little weekend in like a new hotel in Westlands, which had an amazing rooftop bar.
Okay, we are not like a bar people, but that place got us.
Yeah, and like shout out to Boniface, who was making amazing drinks.
Yeah, we sat there for like a couple hours, which is very rare for us.
And then the second night, we were supposed to like eat downstairs at the restaurant. We showed up at the restaurant, and there were like kids screaming and stuff. And like we realized that we're gonna go back upstairs. We could order the same food from downstairs at the rooftop restaurant on the rooftop. So we just were like, hey, let's go back.
What's the difference in time between filming and uploading?
So normally 3 weeks.
Yeah, the sweet spot is 3 weeks. Sometimes it's 2. Right now we're 4, possibly 5 weeks actually. The Bahrain videos don't come out till beginning of November, second week of November. So, I didn't know I could do that.
I was looking the screen of like Tracy, and like my bottle of water was still like half full. I was like, wow, you're really behind.
See, it's because when it like added everything. Yeah, so this is why we always say, like, if you want live things, go over to Instagram. So Instagram stories are usually always live.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we meet people and we're like, hey, I thought you were in Namibia. It's because the Namibia series, sometimes we go ham, we film a lot, and then other times we're just like a couple of events.
But like every time people are like, oh, like and people do the opposite too. Sometimes they're like, hey, like we saw you in Kisumu 2 weeks ago. Like, where are those videos?
Oh,
you need to like give me time to edit.
Yeah. So the other thing is, this is a good one. We have a couple good ones. What prior skills do you have that you're using now when shooting/creating content? So something that people don't know is David learned to film, shoot, and edit from watching YouTube videos. Self-taught.
YouTube is the best.
And then from there, I think you found your base. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you found your base, and then you're like, oh, that looks cool in that video, and they're like, Google how to transition and do that. So like this is why sometimes the videos take more and more time, because you're finding more and more aspects to add to them. Am I right?
But I reach out my capacity. Like I don't have now. I'm at a point where I don't have time to do more. This is what not to learn more, but just to do more, because this is why like eventually I would really like to go back to 1 video a week, because I could really make it better.
Someone the other day said we need to do 3 videos a week, and I was like, oh,
those people are crazy people.
Can't do that.
Crazy people. 2 videos a week is already too much. Said you had a few good ones.
Yeah, I know. It just moved because I don't know what happened. How does David do all this and still working a 9-to-5 job? Good question. I ask
myself the same.
I ask him every day he comes home.
Yeah.
Which is why you're a little sicky right now.
Yeah. This is my schedule. I wake up at 5:30. I go to the gym. I work my normal job. And then I come back here and I edit videos until like past supper time. Most of the time I eat supper like in my office.
Yeah. I'm lucky if you come up at 7 p.m. to watch like a show for us together. When things are really hard, sometimes he doesn't come up till like normally 9 p.m.
When we're about to leave for a trip, when I know I'm not going to be able to edit much or at all, then I have to like just edit until like 9 p.m.
Yeah, which is why too that hopefully this weekend you'll be able to get caught up a little bit and not as rush. Do you watch South Park? Is their depiction of Canadians accurate?
No.
Sometimes?
Well, it's like yes to a certain point, but it's like it's so cliche. It's like, you take something that we do and they push it to like 1,000.
Yes.
But yeah, like I mean, we do say we love maple syrup.
Thanks, Tom. You guys have inspired many of our places that visited when I'm in Kenya.
That's super.
That's
cool.
Awesome.
That's what we do.
Yeah. Do you buy content creation courses? I don't think you've ever done that.
I've never done it.
So
sometimes, sorry, I was just gonna say like sometimes like I think about it, but to be honest, like I don't have time to like do a course.
Yeah. I think some of it too is content creation courses are great if you're overwhelmed and don't know where to start, but for the end, most of it, you can actually Google and find on YouTube yourself. Like
there's no content creation course out there
that will offer something that you cannot find online.
That you cannot find for free. The only difference, what's good about those courses is that you don't have to spend hours or days searching. Everything is there.
So the closest,
what I was gonna say is like, there's a lot of like people were like, oh yeah, buy my course. And I'm like, you have 10,000 subscribers. Like, what are you going to teach me? Like I find that a lot of people, like you didn't make it enough.
Why do I trust you?
People?
Yeah. Like, why do I want to buy your course, I guess?
Right now, the only, like the one from like Los LeBlanc,
because he also has a reputation. And I think that's,
I would say this one is really good. And another one that's coming out soon is the one from Colin and Samir. Like that one is probably going to be like really, really good as well. But that's
on my side, honestly, the closest I've come to that is using Skillshare.
Yeah.
Like you can find many.
Thank you for sponsoring. No,
it's not. Any plans for kids? At some point, not now. Not for a bit yet.
You got to travel more, but like kids are not going to change anything. Like we're going to go back to Canada for a couple months, have babies, take babies, put babies on plane.
You have to take advantage of the flying under 2 where they're free.
Yeah, under 2 years old, free baby tickets.
Almost everything, like free tickets to everywhere usually.
Free Disney, free everything. So
all the good stuff.
So like traveling with babies, free.
Yes. You're very good at cinematography.
I'm doing my best. I would like to do more.
Apparently, I compliment you very well. We mash well together.
Wow. That's why we got married.
We have our times.
Yeah, Tracy's a no. Stop it. I'm going to beat you on camera.
What software do you use for editing videos?
Final Cut Pro.
Yes.
I'm an Apple boy.
Yeah. Do we know what our plans are for the next 5 years?
Traveling the world.
Yeah.
Literally, like there's no plan. That's the plan. As many countries as we can.
Probably kids in the next 5 years.
Yeah. Kids,
travel, and honestly, just seeing what we can do with what we're doing now.
Yeah.
Like, we kind of said to each other, let's just go. We need to ride this out for ourselves. So we have no plans on stopping it. We're just going to continue to go and see what happens.
Yeah. We enjoy doing it. So.
Yeah, well, we wouldn't have continued this long if you being exhausted.
4 years and I hate it.
Yeah. What's that?
No, people are also entertaining conversation to each other. That's nice.
It's hard because you only see like one thing at a time on Facebook. Do you think we can pull it up on in the background of the laptop?
Probably.
Or on my phone, maybe. I don't know. I just feel like it sucks that we have to go close every time. What is our favorite country so far? I'm tied.
Oman was really nice.
That was one of mine. Just stunning.
Yeah, Oman was like truly surprising.
I don't know, actually, now that I look.
Looking at the map. I mean, Namibia was epic.
You're number 2 on me. Okay, so Oman, stunning. Namibia has everything. Desert to sea to like that aspect. So that was just absolutely stunning to see. I'm not going to lie, Thailand holds a special place in my heart.
Fair enough.
I think it was part of it is like just the food and everything. I don't know. Thailand for me holds a place.
Like there hasn't been a country that we went that we didn't like. Like they all have like.
And for those of you who are Kenyan, yes, we do love Kenya.
Yeah, but we live here. We just don't consider it like traveling anymore.
Yeah, that's why I'm like.
No, because some of the coolest places and the most epic things that we've done are pretty much in Kenya. At least like a lot of them. So.
Not a country, but Cape Town.
Yeah,
Cape Town specifically was really
in wine country.
Yeah,
in South Africa is amazing.
Yeah,
and we need to go back to Johannesburg because they have a theme park. I didn't know about it. Nobody told me.
I know, right?
Damn it.
No, we haven't visited Botswana, and to be honest, that has come on my list recently. Yeah. I was watching Bucket List Family's time in Botswana, and I just,
Botswana, Zambia.
A lot of these countries are very expensive for foreigners, and that's kind of why we haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah. Trying to see.
Yeah.
Egypt. Algeria. Morocco. I really want to go to Morocco.
Oh yeah, I want to go there too.
I want to go to Madagascar mainly because nobody goes there.
I want to go everywhere.
There's.
Do you ever see? Okay, this gets me every time. Do you ever see the TikTok that is like that they're asking? This is gonna sound bad because it is Americans, but they're asking Americans to name 3 countries in Africa.
Oh yeah,
and it goes Madagascar, Madagascar 2. Every time I die.
Or people who say Wakanda.
That's an insane one.
I'm like, are you guys idiots?
It kills me. Oh.
Anyway.
I found that the other day again. It resurfaced, so I had to send it to my sister because I was like, yeah.
Wakanda is not a country, just in case you're wondering.
No. What is your favorite workout?
My favorite workout? I don't know. Chest day. Thank you for the question.
We've been really trying to stay active lately.
Yeah, like a lot of people are like, oh, you guys eat so much. How come you're not 500 pounds? And I'm like, I'm at the gym right now. I work out like every morning and like run most afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
And that just keeps us balanced. For the amount of workout that we do, we should be leaner, but
yes,
we do a lot of food.
Yeah.
Eating food is almost our job, so it's good and bad.
Yeah.
Not this weekend though.
No, we get to stay on track this weekend.
Well, maybe tomorrow.
So much fun.
Have to cook for ourselves. Oh my god, this is the worst.
Favorite park or reserve in Kenya?
Naboisho.
Naboisho for the game.
And Laikipia.
Leoa for the scenery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a nice place. And all the rhinos.
Yeah. Leoa, I don't know what it is. I think it's because when we first started traveling on safaris, we were going up to Leoa.
Quite a bit, yeah.
And I think that's why it just holds a little bit more of a special place.
It's just beautiful and not as busy as the Moro. The Moro is just like, yes, it's nice and there's a lot of game and blah, 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 but there's also a lot of trucks.
Yeah. Takes away
too much. Yeah.
No, we have not been to Morocco. At some point, we will for sure.
We want to do the monkey run in Morocco. If you don't know what the monkey run is, after this live, just go on Google or go on Instagram, put monkey run. I want to do that. It's like
Karen Nate did it.
Little motorcycle.
They can watch their series.
Yeah. Little motorcycle and you just cross a country. They do it in different countries, but I'd like to do it in Morocco. So yeah, in little pocket bikes.
Meeting subscribers before we leave Kenya.
Yes, we do.
At some point before we leave, we will do one.
But that's also like mean a weekend that we have to stay in town.
Yeah.
It's like something that like I'm scared of that. Like, what if nobody shows up? I'm gonna be heartbroken.
Fair.
I don't know. And like, where do you do it?
That's like I'm like, thing. We have to find a spot.
What if we find a spot and too many people show up? Like, you know, like it's like the two extremes. Like, what do I do? Should I just do it in the park? I don't know. I'd like to do it. I would.
What is one country that is your ultimate dream destination? That one country and why?
Wow. I don't know. Right now, like I really want to go to Kazakhstan.
Why?
Because it's just beautiful and nobody goes there.
Fair.
Tracy is Norway.
Yeah, but it needs to be winter Norway.
Fair enough.
I want to do winter Norway. What's it called? The Latvian Islands, the little islands that King and it took their bus and drove.
Don't look
across.
at me. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's got to be the winter scenery, and a goal of mine is to see Northern Lights.
Yeah. Also China, because they have 2 Disney parks. Yeah.
Looking back at your first video, has your YouTube confidence increased? What doubts in the beginning, but happy you pushed through? Yeah. Definitely happy with push through. Of course, there's gonna be doubts because you don't know. Yeah. And we didn't have a niche back then.
Food, fitness challenge.
Yeah.
Like a little bit of everything, to be honest.
Yeah. Confidence definitely increased. I was terrified about talking in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Still sometimes if I'm tired.
Yeah, she doesn't want to.
Then I can't.
She gets cranky. Sometimes I'm like, smile. Remember.
I don't realize in my head I think I'm smiling, but turns out I'm not.
Yeah.
So I need to work on that.
She smiles in her head.
Because in my head I'm like, best time of my life, and you're like, you're dead face.
But in real life she's like this.
What's your favorite wine? Chianti?
Yeah, Chianti from Italy. Most Italian wine. Really good.
I like red over white right now with Chiantis.
Me too.
Yes, we will plan to climb Mount Kenya at some point before we go.
Yeah, in 2024.
Yeah. We won't leave you hanging alone.
Thank you.
Good to know. There's a magnetic hill here in Kenya? Or is this, when you say magnetic hill, I think New Brunswick.
Yeah, but there's some everywhere in the world. We have one in Canada, so I mean it's not special. We've seen the one in Oman. I didn't want to go, but we were there. So
Have we had a country?
I've never had a country.
Have we had a country that is like a worse travel experience that we didn't like the country?
No, I mean India when we first arrived was a little tricky. Like a lot of people like following us all the time.
We didn't understand what was happening.
Yeah, but like after the first 24 hours, you're like, nah, it's fine.
Because we kind of got into the hotel room. We're like, okay, what's going on? How do we deal with this? Like, how do we?
At the end, I was kind of having fun with it. The guy's following me, then I turn around and then I'm following the guy. Like, just.
It's just when you first land into a country, no matter what you read or anything online, like you still have to kind of figure it out for yourself. Yeah. And I would say that was one where we had to take a couple hours and be like, okay, like what is the motive? How do we figure this out? But then it was turned out to be one of our trips. Like,
such a good time in India.
I'm looking around. I'm like, I don't think we've had one that we've arrived. Okay, underwhelming. I might shock people with this. Before we started filming, Monaco.
Yeah, Monaco.
I actually did not like Monaco. No. It's all this hype of being like.
Didn't make a video about Monaco.
It's all this hype about being like this rich, famous country, like super tiny, but like it just didn't have anything.
And the casino that they use for James Bond sucks.
Yeah, inside you're like, this is it.
Yeah, I'm like, where's the rest? And they're like, no, that's it. I'm like,
yeah, that would actually be my like. Just did not line up with expectation.
Don't go to Monaco. To be honest, like we were only in Monaco because like we were doing like a trip in France.
And it was like a layover, wasn't it? And we went there for like 2 days and then continued.
Yeah, something.
Anyways, I don't know, just didn't resonate with us.
Been there, done that, won't go back.
Yeah.
Like I said, most of Europe, boring.
This one I can answer quickly. How many days in a row can you do game drives before you need a break? Depends on the person. If it's your first safari, you might want to go all in. For us, we find the sweet spot is like 2-3 nights.
Yeah. It is exhausting like to go on safaris. Like if you do it, it depends. If you do it like properly, like 2 game drives a day, that starts at like 5:30 a.m. and you're not back at the camp until 7 p.m. You do get a break in between, but like it's really, really long days. And especially in safari camps, like you come back at like 7:30 p.m. at the camp, you're eating at 8. By the time you're done going to bed and everything, it's almost 10 p.m. and you have to like wake up at 5:30. Like they're really long days. So yeah, like 2-3 days is the sweet spot. And I highly suggest people, like if you come here on a trip, to do break it down and like do different regions.
Yeah, because some regions are slower than others.
And take some down days too. So we did a video about like Haldana Lodge.
Yeah.
Haldana Lodge is like the perfect place to go at the end or in between 2 busy safaris, because literally you don't have to go on game drives at all. The game is coming to you. Like they have a water hole there and there's no other water hole like 40 kilometers around. So like at some point we had like 47 elephants in front of us. Beautiful camp, delicious food, great service. Like everything was good, but you don't have to go on game drive at 5:30 in the morning.
This is another one quickly. Designer clothing or now? So
now.
I know, but this is something that I was just talking to you about this the other day. Back when we lived in Canada, I found it was very easy to want design. You're supposed to watches and sunglasses, but like it was very easy to want all that stuff. After traveling, I realized I have no use for it, and we've kind of realized, you know what? Like we want to put our money in experiences versus like physical things. So that's kind of what we chose to do. Try Egypt. Yes, at some point we actually almost went to Egypt instead of Bahrain.
But Egypt has beef with Canada right now.
Didn't realize that until I went to look at the visa process. Yeah, I heard there were strict in filming in the country, and that's why we haven't gone, because we don't want to get there and then be completely shut down. So we will end up there somewhere, but how do we feel about meeting a subscriber? We love it. We love when you guys come up and say hi.
Yeah, please do.
Do you ever quarrel or have differences as a couple?
We don't quarrel.
No. Sometimes we'll have different point of views, but I would say we really try and explain our point of view and see if we can come to either a compromise. I don't say, or at least with you, like, I don't expect you to all of a sudden agree with my point of view.
We don't disagree much. We just sometimes get cranky at each other when we do things we don't want to do.
Yes. And if we're tired,
filming sponsorships, we hate that.
So if we're tired or hungry, we know. Yeah. It happens.
Yeah.
We are human.
You gotta keep snacks around, and it helps.
Yes. Hey, do you want to look at my book bag? It's always filled with snacks.
Always filled with snacks. You never know.
Emergency snacks.
You never know when you're gonna need something.
Oh, where'd this go?
I don't know.
Why didn't you like Monaco? As you said, we just found it underwhelming. The cool car museum thing that you saw, that was super cool. But in general, it just wasn't. It was overpriced, and I don't know, just wasn't what we wanted out of a travel country. I'm a Kenyan who lives in Finland and Norway, and Northern Lights are really beautiful. Yeah, I cannot wait to see those.
Yeah.
Have you considered opening a business in Canada and cancel going back to Canada?
No.
We haven't.
The thing is, like, when we're leaving Kenya, we're not going back to Canada. That's
what I think we haven't really said. We're going to be traveling more. You'll see. Yeah. We'll see. Which traveling brand is best in Kenya? I'm not sure what you mean. Do you mean like company? Do you mean
like travel agents?
Yeah, just clarify that down below, and I will see.
Hungary Expedition, that's normally like the one we work with the most with.
I gotta skip down for a second. Vince. Oh. Still waiting on my t-shirt. Must be lost in the mail. I miss you guys.
Damn it, bud. I'll bring you one. We need yeah, I'll bring you some merch when we come for Christmas.
We have cool stickers now too, Vince.
Yeah, really cool stickers, man. But yeah, anyway, for travel agent, like we use, we work a lot with Hungary Expedition. Like,
I believe
everyone seems to be having like really good experiences with them. That's why we keep working with them. So that's always the one I suggest.
What type of content do you watch, and who are your top YouTubers? Together as a couple, Kara, Nate, Kinging It, Amina Beck, Flying the Nest.
It's pretty much a bucket list.
Bucket list family. As for personally, do you have ones that you watch?
Max Tuning.
Oh, yeah.
Johnny Harris. Don't know who it is. He's the best.
I watch Cecilia. She's the one in Svalbard. She's cool to watch. She just talks about her daily life in Svalbard, like living in a remote town and stuff.
Oh, yeah, the girl out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, I like her. Usually, for me, it's still normally in some type of travel sector.
Yeah. I watch, like, to be honest, I watch a lot of Disney content, like Disney updates on the parks and everything, DSNY Newscast, Disney News, Mickey Views. Yeah, I love Disney stuff. Disney food blogs. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Sundowners or Night Safari?
Sundowner. Both. Sundowner.
Yeah, but you can do your sundowner, then go for a night safari.
So sundowner. Night safaris is another reason why private conservancies are better. Because in KWS Park, like in the national parks, you can't do night safaris. It's illegal.
Is a YouTuber life very difficult and risky sometimes? I don't think so.
Not risky, difficult. Definitely a million times more difficult than it looks.
Yeah. But the filming aspect, like, surprisingly, I think people are more okay. We come into some rules that we don't necessarily understand. There's a lot of places that people, they don't want you filming in public places, but I'm like, it's a public place and you have no signs, so explain. But they get very scared because we have a professional mic on. And
the microphone is mainly a lot of the problem. A lot of people are like, oh, you can't use your camera, but you can film with your iPhone if you want. I'm like, what's the difference?
Yeah.
We had a lot of problem with that in like Ethiopia. A little bit too in Bahrain, Dubai as well. I'm like,
no, Dubai let us film with the camera. They told us we had to remove their mic. Still don't really understand.
So you can film, but you only can have terrible audio.
Yeah, I don't really get the point of that, but however, they still allowed us to film with the camera.
Anyway, it's just, I mean, it's annoying. Like, I'm not I'm mainly filming myself and filming the place. Like I don't film other people or anything.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, this is not a military base. Like this is a mall. Like
Yeah.
there's already a million photos of that mall and everything online. So like I don't understand like the issue. But,
someone stayed at Sand River. That is another camp that
We
is
haven't been,
on
but-
my list actually. And I cannot wait to go. At this point, do you think you could travel to a new place and not make content, just travel
No.
for yourself?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing though, more me than her, but I enjoy doing it.
But because of that, I feel like it's okay, because when I start to hit that limit, you'll just notice that you're more prominent in the vlog because you do genuinely enjoy it. And I do. It's just sometimes I'm just not feeling it.
Like for me, filming the experience add to my experience.
And for me, sometimes I want to see it not through a camera.
Yeah.
So we adjust.
That's why I make the content and she plans the content.
Yeah. Most expensive restaurant in Nairobi.
Oh geez, that's definitely Sushi Mitsuki.
With the best food.
But insane.
Oh my goodness, guys, that food was fantastic. Like
one
beyond.
of the best meal I ever had in my life. By far the best sushi. Like they kind of ruined sushi for me, but like
yeah.
Like I mean it was what, like $300 person plus the sake and everything. Like it was basically like $1,000 Canadian. We worked with them, okay? Like we made a video for them, so like it was complimentary, but like this is what we would have paid, about $1,000, which is insane. But like it was so good, like mind blowing. Oh, welcome. New member.
Yeah, I was just gonna say welcome.
Welcome.
This is hilarious. Has anyone ever asked Dave for his drone license? Just listen. Bet he'd be happy to quick and whip it out. He sure is. Every time he's like, let me show you.
people, especially like every time we go through airports and things like that, like people think that they're like, oh, we got you. We found your drone. I'm like, no, please. Let me show you. A little hot. Let me show you the paperwork. Sometimes they're like, no, you can't touch your backpack anymore. And I'm like, yeah, but the paperwork is in it.
Yeah.
And every time I show my license, they're like, oh. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, we'll try and check out that camp for sure. In Kua. I'll have to Google it. In Kua.
You gotta write it down.
I can go back right here.
Perfect.
You can talk all you want about sushi, but I know you miss a good poutine.
Yeah. But you can't compare. It's like comparing an apple with like a steak. I like both.
Welcome back, Jay.
But like, to be very honest, like right now, you tell me like you can eat a poutine or sushi mitsuki. I'm going to sushi mitsuki.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's another level of eating.
Or to brain
Oh.
at that restaurant. You guys will see.
Oh yeah.
Can't spoil it yet.
It was like an amazing...
We literally left just speechless.
Yeah, we went to like an amazing restaurant, like inside the Four Seasons Hotel. We did not stay at the Four Seasons Hotel because like that's like $1,000 a night or something, if not more.
Pretty sure it's more.
But like, oh my goodness, that meal was insane. And they let us film it.
Not in the hotel, but in the restaurant.
Yeah. They didn't want to, anyway, long story.
Another one of those situations. Canada Goose or Moose Knuckles? I don't know what Moose Knuckles is, actually.
I have no idea what Moose Knuckles is.
Yeah.
Canada Goose is just overly priced good.
Down?
It's
Goose Feathers. It's down.
Yeah, I get it. But it's crazy expensive.
Yeah, it is. I've never owned one in my life. Any advice to those looking to relocate abroad?
It's not really, because like every single country has different regulations. So the only important information that you need is like, can you work there? Can you move there for like basically it's like visa information. Because some countries are like, yeah, you can like come in for like a year if you pay $100 visa, but like other countries are like, you can come for 30 days.
It just depends.
Otherwise,
You have to answer Victor. German, American Muscle, or JDM?
German, 100%.
Oh,
like, American Muscle, zero, nothing, hate it. JDM, I do appreciate it. Japanese car. So like a I don't know, like a Skyline, like these kinds of cars, like in Fast and Furious, that kind of stuff. I almost bought a Nissan 300. Anyway, like that JDM Nissan, like from the 90s. Almost bought that car when I was in Canada, like when I was like 17 or whatever. I did not, but I did own 3 BMW. So I'm 100% German. I own 3 BMW, 1 Audi, and I love German engineering. Love it. And it's much more reliable than British engineering. I can tell you that.
I didn't see much of Tracy on the Namibian series. So this is...
Tracy is like very... When there's something else to do than vlog, she forget about vlogging. So that's why I have to do vlog.
And it was one of those things where like I became the planner of the trip. So like I planned the entire trip. So I kind of felt a little bit responsible in the sense of like
she was taking care of the other girls and stuff. While
I wanted to make sure everyone had a good time. So I kind of...
She was putting a lot of pressure on herself for absolutely no reason.
Yeah, I have 10.
People were having a good time. She was like, I don't know, they're having a good time. And I'm like, yes, they are. Everyone is.
It happens.
Yeah, she was a bit scared.
I can't sleep there.
Compare Kenyan infrastructure to other African states. To be honest, like in terms of like Africa only, like Kenya is fairly developed. Like, you know, you look at like the downtown train airport, the new expressway. I mean, like, to be honest, like Kenya is definitely like in the top countries, like in Africa, in East Africa for sure. Otherwise it would be like South Africa. But like, I mean, in Kenya, like a lot of people, especially people who are not from Africa, think that like they're thinking Africa, they're like seeing like elephants and savanna and like little villages. But like, this is not the reality. Like
There's
Kenya
more.
is a massive city with millions of people and like skyscraper and, you know, like, yeah. I think a lot of people have like a false idea.
Yeah.
Because they only see what's on TV or whatever.
Yeah. Visiting Japan will be 2024.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Going to Tokyo Disneyland.
And eating ramen. They want us to eat ramen, and I want to eat ramen.
You can eat ramen at Tokyo Disneyland.
Deal.
Done.
I also, it's cliche, and I hope you guys will watch it, but I also want to do one of those videos where you eat a day out of vending machines. Yeah. I just want to. When you first got to Kenya, were you having to pay to stay at camps? Yes. I would say the first 6 months. And yes, most now, I'd say about 90% now we're working with the camps. So, yeah. Yeah, because a lot of people ask, like, how do you afford to do that lifestyle? It's because a lot of the times when we're in Kenya, we're working with the camps. So it's different.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, we don't pay for most of our trips, but at the same time, we're not like going places like what you see on the video, like us in safari trucks, drinking wine, watching sunset, chilling in the pool. That's a very small percentage. The rest of the time, like I'm just running around, like filming a lot and everything.
Get in the pool, yeah.
Normally, like we arrive Friday afternoon, we'll leave like
Sunday
mid-morning on Sunday. It's go. Yeah. Like there's no relaxation or anything. Like it's a
Someone says, "Are you serious? You didn't want a demon Dodge Charger?"
No, never in a million years. It looks cool, but it's useless. It goes like, I have a very strong opinion about it. Muscle cars are like really good, like on American roads, which are very long, very flat, and very straight. German cars are good on European roads, which are narrow, up, down, a lot of like S roads and stuff like that. Like those cars are so much more fun to drive.
Someone says they're here from Namibia.
Oh, what's up?
Over on Facebook. Hi. Namibia. Fantastic.
Man, we can't wait to go back to Namibia.
What camp do you love in the Mar? 1, 2, 3.
Ashara.
If you actually notice in our Namibia series, I'm wearing a Ashara jacket the entire time.
They gave us jackets.
And I love it.
They're really nice jackets.
Just repping Ashara, no worries.
We're just trying to not wear the Ishara jacket when we review others.
Yeah, I feel like I can't do that. Dave, what's your problem with coffee? Coffee is awesome.
It's disgusting.
So good. Randomest thing. Went to Bahrain. So I haven't been home in fall like since we moved away. So like 3-ish years. And so yes, I'm basic and I love a pumpkin spice latte. Bahrain had pumpkin spice latte of all countries. Not the country I was expecting.
Pumpkin spice latte while it's like 46 degrees outside.
I got an iced one.
Yeah.
It was fine.
You have to.
And this is another thing that's on the list, attending the WRC next year.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. What country are we in now? We're in Kenya. And are you ever concerned about security and safety?
Where?
On our travels, I would say in general.
We're
very cautious.
Yeah, we're really smart travelers, but at the same time, like, you know, I walk around with an $8,000 camera, so like
we know we're not oblivious to the risks. We just take calculated risks.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I try to stay low key as much as I can.
Yeah.
If we go to places that are like very sketchy, then normally like I'll take the GoPro instead.
Yeah, we won't even take the camera out.
But yeah.
And there's just, in all honesty, there's an element all over the world that you can just be in the wrong place at the wrong time. And we just can't let that stop us. You just have to be smart. Look for some signs.
I'm a firm believer that like 99% of people are good people and they're just 1% of idiots. And I just do my best to stay away from those idiots.
Yeah. Read that one. The Mobius too.
Oh yeah,
I actually
100%. So, okay, I will soon, or hopefully like next year, I will pitch a video concept to that company because I find I like cars, I like trucks. Mm-hmm. I think it's so interesting that there's not a lot of countries in the world when you think about it, apart from like America and the Asian side, who actually build their own cars in their own countries. Kenya has one actual Kenyan brand. And because we've been doing so much stuff in Kenya for Kenya and everything, I think it'd be really, really cool if we could do a partnership with Mobius. Basically, like I'm not gonna ask them the world. I just want them to like give me a truck for a few days and we'll go on a camping trip or something. Like I truly want to do something with that truck. 100%.
Sorry, I have to respond to Jay on this. You may not agree with this, but Starbucks is overrated. Just my opinion. Yes, I agree. And no. I would say for an Americano, anything that's a classic coffee or cappuccino with no flavor, yes, stuff. Do not go to Starbucks for that. I actually don't even like Starbucks normal coffee. Do you know that? I don't think you knew that. No, I don't like Starbucks normal coffee.
I don't like coffee.
If you want a seasonal sugar drink, then yes. Then I go to Starbucks, which means I have about 5 a year. But yes, I do agree to a point it is overrated. I like my salted caramel latte at Christmas time and I like my pumpkin spice latte at fall time.
But like 100%, like Starbucks is more like it's almost a fashion statement.
Yes, it is. And if you want a better coffee, McDonald's McCafe.
100%. Mm-hmm. Half the price too.
Quarter of the price.
Just
when I left Canada, they're starting to do sugar-free syrups and skim milk. So that was my place to go, was actually McDonald's and not Starbucks.
Talking about those places, like we were in Bahrain and they had like Tim Hortons. Like it still blows my mind to see Tim Hortons like outside of Canada.
They had some weird Timbits that I've never heard of before.
But just for the records, Tim is like awful and it is not a Canadian company. It stopped being a Canadian company like a decade ago. It was
but they've
bought
kept
by the same
Canadian flag, eh?
Yeah, they have the Canadian flag everywhere. It's owned by the same company that owns Burger King and Wendy's. Yeah. Not a Canadian company anymore. And since they are not a Canadian company, it's so bad. Because before, the donuts, bagels, the sandwiches, everything was made fresh in restaurant. Now it's all frozen and shipped all around. It is awful. I personally hate it.
For someone moving to Canada, what's the cost of living like?
Insane.
It is kind of, they're moving there for college. So it depends with your college if you're like staying on dorms or not. But the cost of living is really high right now in Canada.
Like I'm just gonna say something really quickly because like I don't want to get into politics and stuff because I don't like doing that. But basically, like a lot of people still have the Canadian dreams. But right now we have a lot of people moving to Canada, living there for a few months and going back to wherever they're from because
they don't expect the high cost of living, basically.
The cost of living is insane. Like even like most people cannot afford a house anymore. Canada cannot build housing fast enough for the market. So it's not ideal. Plus it's cold, guys. It's really cold.
Which destination would you visit over and over again internationally in Kenya and not get bored? What makes them interesting? So I'm saying this excludes Kenya or
not in Kenya?
Okay. Maybe one internationally and one in Kenya?
I don't know.
Ishara in Kenya. I know it's a destination. Yeah. But like it's no secret.
The place, the people, the food.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah. But to be honest, like there's no country that I would like to visit over and over and over again until I visit every single country.
Yeah. If I had to, one country that I do want to go back to, and I know it's weird because it's a European country, but Italy. I do want to go back and explore more Italy. It's not high on the like need to do now, but at some point in our lives.
Like right now. Yeah, for sure. We'll go back at some point in our life.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I don't have a pull right now anywhere.
I will always be more interested to go to a country I haven't been to than going back to any country that I love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you never know. Discovering hidden gems.
Oh, that's everywhere. Yeah. Would you ever do private Zoom consultations for planning safaris? I would love to. I don't know how to right now. There's a lot of logistics that I feel. I'm someone who feels very, very responsible. And if I recommend it, I don't know.
So here's the thing. I think like that's definitely a side of the business, which would be more realistic for us to simply, because there's a big difference business-wise and legally as well between being a travel agent and a travel consultant. So especially for Kenyan safaris, especially if you're not dealing with an agent from Kenya, most travel agents who are selling you safaris have never been on a safaris in their life, or maybe they've been on one. Yeah. We've been to 64 safaris. So if you give us a budget, we can give you different location, different modes of transportation, what company to use. We have a lot of valuable information in terms of safaris. Mm-hmm. So I think that, yes, we could do that. It would just be like, how to structure it and something like that. But definitely like before going to see a travel agent in New York City who has never been on a safari in their lives, then maybe we know more. Not maybe, we do.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone just said you look like your team Android.
Ew. Right now, like I have an iPhone there, I have a MacBook there.
We have an iPad
Apple
here.
TV here. No
Apple
Android.
All the way.
Yes.
Maintenance cost on your car. A lot.
It's not.
Well, we haven't driven it for a while.
It's not as bad. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I've put like a few thousands of dollars in the truck, changing the clutch, the suspension, and like that kind of stuff. But like, the truck is a 1994 Land Rover Discovery one. So
a lot of things just need replaced at this point. Like maintenance.
It doesn't. To be very honest, it doesn't break often. It's normally just maintenance because the car is 20 plus years old.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Any suggestions for cool places in Canada? So contrary to what we think being in Canada, we've never traveled Canada.
Never.
From photos, Banff looks really cool.
Very expensive.
Yes.
Newfoundland's
a cool town and province.
If you're looking to like maybe travel a little bit on a budget or something like that, like East Coast, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, beautiful places. Very, very nice.
Add Newfoundland in there.
Yeah. Also, like if you like food and like festivals and stuff in the summer, Montreal is a really nice place to go as well.
Yeah.
In the East Coast and West Coast, very nice.
Different.
In between, not much.
Yeah, fair. Very different too.
A lot of
East
nothing.
And West Coast.
A lot of nothing. Yeah. West Coast is extremely expensive in Canada.
We will be in Kenya until July or August of 2024.
Something like that.
Yeah. What Kenyan food do you find delicious?
Chapatis.
In Dengu.
Yeah.
With chapatis.
With chapatis.
With chapatis.
Everything with chapatis.
Yeah. What's your typical budget range for trips abroad in high-tier countries like Japan? I would say that's changed. Mainly because now our focus is still going to where we want to go, but also trying to mix in collaborations at the same time.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Before going to a new country, we normally send a bunch of emails to like different hotels to see if we can like work with some of those. Same thing with like activity providers and like things like that.
And this is the thing.
Costs.
Are we counting flights in that budget? Because that's very different because it depends on where you're coming from in the world too.
Yeah.
Without flights, oh man, I don't know.
No, but it really depends. Like there's a big difference between going to Japan and Thailand by thousands of dollars.
But they're saying for a high tier place like Japan.
It depends how long you go there, but like probably like between $5,000 and $10,000.
Yeah, flights included would be 5 and 10, especially for Japan.
But here's the thing:
we want to do Disney in Japan too, which is expensive.
But here's the thing: the big cost is the flights.
Yeah.
So once you pay the big cost for the flights, your first week costs you a lot because of the flight. But if you stay an extra week, you're already there. So your expenses are going down a lot.
Yeah.
And I also, if you go there for like more than just a few days, I highly suggest that go to the grocery store, stop going to restaurants, make your own food, buy street food, like
when we would travel
try to live like a local.
I don't know if it's local or not, but when we would travel in Europe, we'd literally buy cheese, bread, and deli meat and eggs, and we'd live off that from our Airbnb all the entire time.
Yeah.
And
it works a day. Good.
Yeah. How many countries have you visited, and what's the next new country on your radar? So with Bahrain, we just hit 23 countries together. So a little bit different because he's traveled more than I have. So 23 countries together. And our next country on the list is Cameroon.
But I've been.
Yes. So, but that makes 24 together. That's why I'm like, it's a little different.
But our 25th together, our next both new countries will be Switzerland in December.
Yeah. The only good thing about Canada is you doing Drake.
I wouldn't even go that far.
What would you recommend to someone that recently moved to Kenya? If you've moved to Nairobi, great food scene.
Really nice, yeah.
In general, if you can, just try and travel the country. Do it cheaply in the sense of if you have a vehicle, drive to the places.
Don't be afraid of driving in Kenya. Like the roads are nice. Like it's good. Like driving.
It's aggressive, but it's
especially that's fair. But especially as soon as you leave Nairobi, it's much more chill to like drive around.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to drive, I highly suggest the SGR, which is super cheap.
Yeah.
To go both to the coast or Tsavo or whatever.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Like $25 first class.
Yeah. Someone's been living in the US for 13 years and learned more about Kenya through us.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. You're both well-traveled. Has travel changed your worldview individually? Yes. I'm not sure how to explain that. I would say maybe more open to understanding. No, does that make sense?
Understanding different culture, different religion, different people, just different communities.
Okay, maybe this is a way to say it, is like realizing every view can be different but still beautiful in the same way.
Yeah.
Like there's no one view that's like
of course, like,
top.
coming from Canada is like we have certain views, certain beliefs that like this is what you should do, this is what you shouldn't do. But like the more I travel, the more I'm like, who are we? Who the F I am to say to these people that what they're doing is not right. You know what I mean? Like this is how they do it. Perfect. You do it like that. I do it like that. This is how the world works. Like the differences. And to be honest, the more I travel, the more I want to travel.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. It just opens my mind. And I'm like, I feel like I'm judging way less by traveling the world than, when you're like living in a country, you've been in the same place your entire life, and you're like, this is how everything should be. On the
flip side to that, you have to be willing to have your mind opened, or else you would be miserable traveling the world.
Yeah.
You need to be open to those new experiences, and it's really almost fun sometimes when they challenge your view, because you're like, oh, explain to me why. Like I genuinely want to know why it's different than what I think. Like, I don't know. It's kind of cool. You learn a lot.
Yeah. And again, the more we travel, the more we want to travel.
Yes. Yeah.
And the more I want to travel to places that are different, that are challenging me, basically, that are different from what I know.
Yeah.
And this is why we moved to Kenya and not to Europe, because Europe is very similar to Canada.
Yeah.
Boring.
And this is no, but somebody said too, in your opinion, why should people prioritize travel? And I think because of that, it opens your mind. Yeah, it's not to be like, oh, I've been here, I've been there. It's to be like, hey, these people are fantastic, or these people do life this way. I never thought about that. Like it's just kind of getting out of your own way.
Yeah.
It's
learning new ways.
Yeah, we all need to learn more in general. Yeah. Doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
What I would love to, what are some misconceptions you had about Kenya before visiting? You were completely off. Everything?
Yeah, basically everything. Before, like, coming from Canada, you're like, oh, Africa is like savanna and lions.
Like that's all it is.
And then you show up in Nairobi and you're like, oh, okay, there's no lions here. Well, actually in Nairobi National Park, but like, it's just, oh, okay, there's like skyscrapers and like, it's different. Like what you see on TV is like very wrong. And like, they're trying to like, I don't know, they're not trying anything, but they're just always showing you the same Africa. And don't get me wrong, there is a bunch of savannas in Africa.
They get the footage
but there's
from somewhere.
Just, but it's just so much more.
Yeah. Jay makes a good point for anyone's looking at the train. The train to Nairobi to Kisumu takes 12 hours each way. SGR only.
Yeah, SGR.
What have your biggest challenge been so far, and how have you overcome it? Okay, this is a weird
time management.
Yeah, I was like, this is a weird one, but it's almost personally like mixing dynamic of work with relationship.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of effort, I would say. Like we both have to be conscious of like, okay, I'm really bad for like, I finally see him at the end of the night and then he tries talking work stuff and he's like, Tracy, like
I'm drained.
I'm like, right. So like just little things like that, you just have to be more conscious.
We have our daily meeting when I come back from work. She waits for me in the doorway and she's like, okay, this weekend, this thing, talk to this restaurant, got this email,
He's literally
this sponsorship.
Like changing and we're like throwing questions back and forth with each other. But that's my window. Like
5-minute meeting every day.
Yeah. It seems to work.
Yeah, it works.
Gorilla trekking, no, but hopefully, yes.
Probably in Uganda because it's much cheaper.
That's kind of cool. Have you ever considered getting a map tattoo for every country you visited? David doesn't like tattoos, though.
No.
I like the idea, though. I think I just get a globe in general, though.
It is a cool idea.
Or like straight across with like the continents and stuff.
Yeah, it is a cool idea, but like I'm not a tattoo person.
You are not.
So yeah.
why don't we start our own merch? We
have merch.
We
guys.
just don't talk about it, and we are terrible at promoting ourselves.
It's called Adventure Seekers. What?
Talk about promotion.
Oh.
Adventure Seekers, I'll go into other stuff.
Okay, I was just gonna say, yeah, we have merch. It's called Adventure Seekers. You can go on adventureseekers.store. You'll see everything on the YouTube videos. Like if you look at the bottom, normally there's a merch shelf there, and there's always a link in our videos. So yeah, we also wear it all the time. It's actually like really good quality and everything. So check it out.
Yeah,
get your merch.
On top of that, so we've actually, David has actually on the website. So we actually have a website, davemanning.com.
Oh yeah.
If you go davemanning.com/hotels/hotel bookings.
Also, that link is in every single video.
Yes. So
it took me a lot of time.
It's a little bit more complicated with Kenya because some camps you can't actually book directly on like Booking or anything like that.
But there's still a lot.
But of all the countries we visited and the places that we've stayed, you can click on the country and click on the booking link. You do not get charged yourself extra for using that booking link, but it does give us a small commission. Same with Viator. If you're using...
for the hotel booking, like it's directly with booking.com.
Yeah, so and there's even just a generic link, like, hey,
you get the full coverage. You can cancel with no fees. All that stuff.
Yeah,
basically,
all
the only thing I did,
like the link is from us. Yeah. That's all it shows.
On our website, there's basically like when you go to that link, there's just a list of all the countries we've been.
Yeah.
You click on the country you want to go, and you'll see all the hotel that we've stayed at in that country. So.
And on top of that, even with like Viator. I would say Viators, but I think it's Viator. Anyways, if you're looking to book excursions or something, we genuinely use Viator, like ourselves too. But we have a link for that. So just little things that don't cost extra to you, but if you're already using the platform, then if you want to use our link, that would be great. And it supports us.
Travel insurance.
Oh yeah, Safety Wing.
Airalo for eSIM cards to
all
stay
these
connected
things
all
like
around
we
the world.
use ourselves, so that's why.
So it's at no cost to you guys, but it does support us. So like in every single YouTube video, there's always the links for all these things down below. So check it out. And you can also become a channel member.
Yeah.
Shout out to all our channel members.
If anyone was here in the beginning, we've realized how we can revamp that. So stay tuned.
Also, you can join like our channel member for like $1 or something. So, check it out.
Any plans on building your channel, Tracy, or should I unsubscribe? Don't unsubscribe yet. It may be another, it may be like another year before we formulate what we want to formulate. But there should be something in about a year.
Or less, but yeah.
Yeah.
Working on it.
We're working on it. That's for sure. So are you grateful for, I'm going to kind of, how are you feeling after visiting Sudan, then later going through a conflict? I think.
I feel very lucky that I had the opportunity to like visit the country. I had such a good experience, such great people. And like what's happening there is like, it's very sad. Like, I don't think, anyway, I don't want to go get too politic, but I feel very lucky that I had the chance to like go there before everything that's going on right now. So great people there, amazing people.
Yes, we will come to Mombasa again.
Yeah.
No plans currently, but in the new year probably. Yeah. I should slot something in.
Gotta go check out the white sand.
Yeah. Maybe in January.
Hey, who knows? Maybe Tracy knows. It's her job to know. She's the COO, Chief Operating Officer, and I'm the CCO, Chief Creating Officer. We need a CEO.
Yeah.
Damn it. Who's in charge here?
Yeah. So they love how you went to Kisumu and Eldoret because those places are not touristy. And that's what we wanted to do.
Yeah, that was the goal.
Not really sure how, I don't know anything about this, so maybe you do. What do you think of Twitter Premium compared to LinkedIn Premium?
LinkedIn is one platform that I actually don't use. I do have an account, but like I can't figure out how I can add value to people on LinkedIn. I really don't.
Fair.
So
are you voice done?
Yeah, my voice is really done.
Oh, it's been 2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good times.
6 more minutes. We'll do 10 after 9.
Sure.
I just feel bad. Your voice is like dead.
Yeah.
Oh. Throw a New Year's party. I don't even remember. We have never.
I normally don't even stay up until midnight.
We did last year. It's just because we went to go see our friends from Halifax.
Shout out to
Did we even stay up till midnight?
I don't think so.
No,
we did and then left. Whoa, we went to bed so late.
I was like, we didn't even I didn't even have a sip of alcohol. Yeah.
We're really online it looks like our lives are so cool, but we're really boring.
I think we've just put it this way. We've developed a routine that works for us. We like our 8:30 bedtime. We like our early morning start. It feels good. It works for us.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Hey, if you didn't like this video, What are you waiting for?
What's your best performing video so far?
Well, the first, the short is the short that I did in India about Vista or airline. Otherwise, the second best is India street food.
Or is it Qatar?
No, India street food, followed by
something in Ethiopia.
Cameroon, followed by Qatar.
Followed by Ethiopia travel day.
Followed by Ethiopia. Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Married couples always go to sleep early.
Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah, we do. I used to laugh when people used to say, "Oh, I can't go to bed without my husband," or I just can't.
I can't.
I can't.
I can. I
just don't sleep well.
Oh, can we hit the 150 likes? Let's go, guys. Two more. We never asked for anything.
True. Sure. No plans on having a baby right now.
No, we will. Just stand by. When our views,
when we're ready,
when our views stagnate, then we'll make a baby to get more subscribers. Family vlogs. They always.
I love how you love Mickey Mouse. I don't know a single person who does.
I have a Mickey Mouse in my watch.
I'm wearing a Minnie Mouse ring.
Yeah.
My rubber ring.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm do I have
and our pillows.
And our pillows.
Oh, it's they can't.
And a lot of
Facebook
stuff
can't
in
see
there.
it.
Yeah, there's a lot of Mickey stuff everywhere in this house, to be honest. There's a Disney puzzle there.
Hey, that charges the camera at the exact same time.
Yes. Technology, isn't it great?
No way. Normally, I didn't realize it does that.
What?
Nothing.
Oh, I thought you had a good one. You looked.
No, I was watching you because I think you gave me a dirty look on the screen. I'm like, I can see you.
Oh. Are you watching me, watching you, watching me, watching us, watching you?
My best video I have watched here is the Cameroon one. Love it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Everyone in that video is always talking about that old lady who's asking me money for beers. She was the queen of the village, she said.
What is one destination you haven't covered but are so eager to? Kazakhstan, Japan.
So every country we haven't been to.
To be honest, I think even planning last weekend when we went to Bahrain, what made it so difficult is I say this in a good way. There's no one country standing out that we really want to see in the sense of we want to go everywhere. So it was really hard to pick where to go next. Because at some point we're just gonna right now determining factors honestly are the price of flights.
Yeah. That's why we went to Bahrain because flights weren't too bad.
Yeah. And
we didn't have a lot of days and it was a very tiny country.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about it.
Is it about
birthdays? You're a December baby.
December baby.
March baby.
Sagittarius, the best kind of people, the most interesting, that's for sure.
Aries, the chill people.
Yeah, very chill.
I don't know why. Why has that become a thing?
I'm not a firm believer in that either.
I know Dave finds hotel. This is motivation for you. I know Dave finds hotel videos annoying, hard to edit, but they're my favorite videos.
Really? Okay. Well, I appreciate that. It's just sometimes doing hotel tours and going to restaurants.
They just feel repetitive.
It's hard for me to be creative in those videos. Here's the room, here's the restaurant, here's the gym, here's the pool.
You guys should go to Canada. I hear it's nice there.
It's too cold. It's getting cold there right now, so.
One last question because we have 1 minute left. How did we meet?
We met on Plenty of Fish.
Yeah, that we did.
It's like a dating app. Because like
it's not even an app, isn't it? It's online.
It's an app. So like Tracy has no excuses, but like me personally, it's just I moved to a new city, 1,200 kilometers from where I was from. So I know ways to like meet people.
No, I had an excuse.
What was your excuse?
I just got out of a breakup and I was in the city and I didn't know how to meet people. I don't go to bars.
That's fair. No, yeah. Yeah. Neither of us. Like going to a bar alone and trying to like meet girls. I don't know.
And I wasn't in university. I wasn't in the party scene. So I just.
In university or ever?
Ever.
Yeah.
100%.
Tracy's a little country girl there.
I am.
I had my party years, but I am so over it.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Thank you for tuning in with us. I almost said tuning.
Oh my God. Thanks for tuning in. Eat more sour strips and ever forward. Whoop. If you know, you know. Okay, Batman.
Okay.
It's time for us to go to bed because it's like, man, it's 9 p.m. It's past my bedtime by 40 minutes.
You guys kept it going tonight.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Good hanging out. It gives us the want to like do it more, but it's just like I said, it's just like it's the time that we're lacking of.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was a pleasure. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a member, support our work. But we like you guys.
Good night, guys.
Thank you so much. And until next time, see you guys.
In the next one.
In the next one there.
In the next one.
one.
You got it on Facebook too.
Okay, bye Facebook. Thanks for